up, everyone? We are already in game, actually, so I'm about to just speed run drafts really quick. And you probably can't even hear me because I'm too low, so I'm going to turn myself up as well. Yeah, we're about to speed run drafts, and then we will get into the game because the game's already started. Let's see, can I turn it up a little bit more? Hello, 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 hello. Alright, that's not bad. Hello, hello. Yeah, that's good. Alright, there we go. Quickly, draft. Alright, so we got Sejuani. So, I don't even know which team's which, to be honest, but I'm just going to guess this PDX here, just based off the champions that are being picked. So, Sejuani. Then they're going to pick, well, actually, the bands first. Pike, Victor, Galio. Interesting. Okay. And then Morgana. No, I guess it's the opposite, because Morgana's definitely against 2. So Morgana, Anivia, Swain going to be banned. Is that right? No, okay, now I gotta go. Look. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Morgana's going to be banned, even though Slammer Drake's not even top. But Swain and Anivia also going to be banned. And they're going to first pick Sejuani for... Who is their jungler? I haven't actually... Oh, Vivian. Oh, okay. Yeah, and then they're going to pick up Mel and Trundle. Trundle can be flexed, potentially. They're going to pick up Jinx and Mordekaiser. I hate Mordekaiser so much. And then they're going to pick up Olaf, which can also be flexed. Very interesting. And also, Mel could be flexed too, to be honest. So these first 3 picks could really go anywhere. And then they're going to ban Nico and Rakan, as well as Vex and Orlandsol. A lot of mid lane bans here against Vexperian, which makes sense with the Anivia. That's his classic. And then they're going to pick up Nautilus, which is good with Mel. And then they're going to pick up Milio and Oriana. And then they're going to pick up Rise. So, honestly, I like both drafts. They're different. This side has a lot of just beef going in, can do a lot of damage. Whereas this side, has your classic, hey, we have carries and we're going to play around them type draft. So, we'll see how it goes. I would give more insight, but we're already in, so no time for that. And we are a little bit behind, but oh yeah, there's an overlay, huh? Yeah, that overlay is not going to work, huh? Because they're not. Gotta change this. Last time I casted was last season's finals, and 2 was actually in that. And they won that, so this is their first game since winning the finals, as that is first blood. Not really sure what happened there. Guess he just could not run away in time. 2 in PDX. What's this folder? Red beats, red series score, red team. It is. I see. Alright, cool. I think everything's good to go here. Something sounds off or need to change something, let me know. But I think we should be good. So here we go, both junglers. Nightmare, clearly one of the best junglers in the league. And Vivian, also a very good jungler. Used to be higher up, but now there are a lot more junglers that are higher ranked. So he's kind of fell down in the ranks a little bit. But I think he's still good. He's X Diamond. He hasn't really seen as much, I guess, spotlight because his teams in the past couple of seasons have not been very good. So this season, not being the captain of his team, instead, or I don't think he's the captain. I would assume it's Slammer. Yeah, just joining another team. So I kind of like that. It's a good move, and I like the 2. I'll go in a little bit more into the 2's history. Actually, both of these teams kind of have some interesting things going on, but both junglers looks like they're just gonna full clear. Jungle's kind of really boring right now. It's just full clear again. Maybe get a gank in here and there, but not a whole lot of variation. Really do not see a whole lot of variation. But here's some variation going for a 4 camp into a gank. The stun or little lasso will not hit for Vivian. Oh, Vivian flashes there. I think he would have been fine. I think all of their damage was already used on the side of PDX. So this is a classic duo bot lane with Bromstein and JWM. I don't know how many seasons they've played together. Actually, I don't know if they've ever played together. Like, they both definitely played bot in their own individual seasons quite a bit, but I don't know if they've ever duoed together. I'll have to go check that out. And Waps just gets whacked. And that is a dead Olaf very quickly in the game. And let me tell you, Mordekaiser is not fun to deal with. It is my perma-banned in solo queue for a reason. Champion is ridiculous. Even if he's not ahead, he's ridiculous. And nice traps there from Awesomenator. Stalling out the engage. And Awesomenator going to try to do some damage here, but is getting pretty low. Heal comes out from both sides. A barrier comes out now. I'm really going in for it, and everyone's flashing now. This looks like it's going to be a bad play for PDX. They have way overchased this. Robson doesn't have flash either, so he should go down here. He does get one back, though. That's pretty nice, but he's definitely dead. Just a matter of time here. And that is feats, or the first feat taken. Yeah, just a little bit too far. I mean, honestly, in this grand scheme of things, it's not terrible. I mean, Mel gets another kill. Yeah, Jinx got a kill. So I don't know. I mean, you look at the wave state. Let's see. I mean, Jinx should be back pretty much in time. She's gonna miss what? Yeah, she's only gonna miss one CS from all that. So really not a bad. I mean, definitely worth for side of 2. And it's going to be an interesting game. There's a lot of scaling on both sides for sure. I would say that the side of 2 scales better, personally. But I don't think PDX scales poorly. I just think 2 scales really well. So looking at both these teams so far this season, 2 in theory, undefeated, has yet to play an actual game because their week 1 opponent forfeited, and we are in week 2. So, and then PDX is currently has yet to get a game win because they got 2-0'd in week 1 against CR, but CR was highly rated in my opinion. And a nice ult by Experian. It's gonna blow a flash there from Blitz Sprite. And who said it? Oh, no, who said that? Oh yeah, Toru. Clearly Toru said that. Yep. Got some rivalry here with that gank. Blitz Sprite used to be the mid laner for Vivian, and now Vivian is ganking him. That's kind of some fun lore there. Yeah, I think this should be a good series. I can't remember. I think I had PDX ranked 5th in my power rankings, and I think I had 2 ranked 7, I think. So I think this is going to be a competitive series, and you know, in any series like that, when it's like really close, you know, closely in skill, it could really go either way. It just depends on who's having a good day, who's not. So I would not be shocked if you know, the quote-unquote underdog 2 won this series, but I also wouldn't be shocked if they didn't. And a nice pull and a nice pillar there for Trundle, making it very easy for JWM to hit that hook. I believe Olaf can ult. Ult the Mordekaiser ult. Is that right? If he does it at the exact time Mordekaiser presses it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I've seen that before. Don't play against Mordekaiser too much though, because like I said, perma banned. I'm here to support my tied for favorite caster. What's up with that? Yeah, I ain't got all the fancy overlays. Sorry. Very nice, but he is being ulted and he is 1000% dead. Nice to not get pulled, but Mordekaiser ult is Mordekaiser ult, and no getting out of that. So they'll pick up the Void Grubs, which is pretty standard, I would say, right now. You know, teams trading, one team getting first dragon, one team getting the Void Grubs. See it in most games. But yeah, talking about these two teams, so it is kind of interesting. So, you know, the 2 roster has always consisted of L and Samurai Jack, pretty much. And so they're kind of the 2 core people. But then this season they pull in Vivian, which is from kind of like his own. I mean, he's from his own, you know, realm of, let's say, the league. It has his own little dynasty, and he's usually a captain, but they pull him in, which, you know, I think is a value player in my opinion. And then they pull into Experian from the 1 dynasty, which he took a couple seasons off, I think. Which he's also a good player. Now he's playing against better competition nowadays, but he's still a good player for sure. And then you have Awesome Nader kind of coming from the IQ side of things, from my understanding. I could be wrong with that, but I'm pretty sure that kind of region. And then on the right side, you got PDX, which is kind of just like a mishmash of things. Like Bromstein and JWM always playing together. They're on the Igloos and Oil Fields dynasty, part of that dynasty. So they played a lot together. They don't have their main man Impex as well with them this season, but they joined Nightmare, who's kind of just been this captain that's, you know, he has a championship under his belt. As we get a gank here, nice Trundle pillar, and that is a dead Vixarian, and he's going to try to go over to the Rise, but the burn will go ahead and steal it. Oh, a nice pull. Oh my gosh, bro, that Nautilus range is crazy. As a heal and a barrier comes down, and another pull, but that's not going to land, and it looks like they're going to be in trouble here. As and I like the ult though. I like that ult by from Osmanator getting the enemy bot lane low, and then Orion's going to come and TP in just to make sure that there is going to be no dive, and they will avoid it. But yeah, Nightmares, you know, from the SEO. Oh, are they going to try to tower dive this? This would be interesting. But Nightmares from the SEO. That's where he started. They won the championship first year they played. Super good player. But he's kind of just been mishmashing people past couple seasons. So this year, no difference. WAP's coming from like the CR type realm, I feel like, of the beer league. Blitzsprite coming from what I was talking about. Although Blitzsprite made his own team, so like he's played with Vivian before, but I don't think he's like just, you know, known for playing with Vivian, if that makes sense. And then Blitzsprite. I'm sorry, I just went over Blitzsprite. Yeah, then back to what I was saying about Bromstein and JWM. So, you know, some synergy here, but definitely the top side of the map. 3, I would assume new players, but I think they've been practicing quite a bit from what I've heard. Yeah, some players that haven't necessarily played together, which is always fun, I think. You know, bringing new players together, people meeting people. So I think that's always a good idea, in my opinion. Might not always work, but sometimes that just is how it's going to be. we are tied up in kills. Let's go ahead and look at the individual gold here. 400 top lane for Mord, pretty much tied in the jungle. 500 in the mid lane for Rise. 500 in the bot lane for Mel, and pretty much tied in support. So that's where that 1k gold lead's coming from in the mid lane and ADC for PDX. Wow, okay, Vivian just gets perma CC'd and just instantly dies. Slammer and Jack does flash in, picks up a kill, but they're just gonna lose the second dragon for, you know, relatively free. Bromstein flashes, and I don't think that is going to save his life, and it will not. And Oriana will pick up the kill as well. So they do give us a second dragon, not the end of the world, but they clearly get 2 kills. That's nice. So yeah, not bad. Not bad, honestly. Now they will lose this top turret. It's a nice little rotation from them as Osminator gets 1 turret plate. And they're going to get TP'd on here, and I think Nightmares might chase them down here. Let's see what happens. As Mel is in, yeah, they have overstayed their welcome because Osminator's dead, and L might be next to follow. See if Nautilus can get in range for a hook. Maybe a pillar? No, not quite. Not quite. Even at KP, Nightmare. 5 out of 6 KP, he's doing pretty good. Same thing with Mel. For the side of 2, you got most KP going over to Slammer, 4 out of 6. Which is pretty great for a top laner, if I must say. Let's right. Trying to get his back off, but got canceled and decided against it. So he is going to stay around here. He will push that wave, and that'll be it. So Rift Herald is up. Looks like they're starting to hit it. We'll see what happens here. It doesn't look like there's going to be any contest. Olaf is coming down to look at it. Let's go into their view here. They don't see. Okay, they do see the health. Yeah, it's going to go down. No contest. Not the end of the world, really. Valiant's been very active this game. And despite them being so active, you know, they're not doing too terrible, honestly. I mean, Mel has a okay. Mel's lead's starting to expand a little bit here. 1.3k. I feel like they're still sticking in it though. Here until Jat versus No Ing begins. Yeah, No Ing has not played a game yet this season, so I'm kind of interested to see how that goes. Also, this Rise skin, so good. How can you not like that? That's dope. Yeah, it'll be interesting. So 2 and No Ing are both playing their first series this week, and I believe, yeah, no, that's actually that's it. Everyone else has played, and my team went around and played our first series this week because we had the week 1 bye. I don't know who had the week 2 bye. I'm not sure. As Slammer Jack is going to ult, and let's just go ahead and watch Mordekaiser do its thing. A lot of skill here. A lot of skill. Love that champ. Love it. I'm gonna bust open a package of Oreos here. You guys more Oreos or Chipos Ahoy fans? Is going to be used here. Looks like they're going to be going for the second tier one too. Let's see how this goes. Lap's just responding on CBTPs. No, he's not. He's going to walk out of base. No, they're gonna try to force this down. They're definitely going to die for this. I don't know. Now they're having second thoughts, and they say, maybe we shouldn't do that. Vivian tries to flash away, but there's no earthly way he's getting out of that. Yeah, I don't know about this play. I mean, if you want to die for it, okay, then just die for it. But they were unsure on what they wanted to do, so they die and they don't get a tower. That is a play that they'll look back on and say, yeah, could have probably done something different there. Shout out to Vicsperian, 160 farm at 18 minutes. Guy's farming like a beast. Does he miss? As the third dragon's going to go down here, and because Sejuani and Mordekaiser's tempo got messed up, and because of that mistake that I was just pointing out top lane, this is going to go down for free, which is a problem because this is soul point already at 18 minutes. As the Victorian's going to get ulted on here, I assume he's going to be completely fine, but I assumed wrong because his ult did not run out. But Wax is definitely dead here as Sejuani's coming up behind him. Slammer's going to pick up another kill. I feel like Slammer's got to start using his lead on other spots of the map. Killing Olaf 4 times is not really doing much for him. Because PDX, as you can see, is going everywhere at all points. Controlling the entire map pretty much. Experience is going to get towered over. He's going to die back-to-back plays here. The Experience kind of struggling here. As Slammer Jack does get the top tower, we'll probably kill Bromstein. Oh, nice flash. That was cool. And this might actually be a problem now for the side of PDX, and it is. JWM is going to die as well, and Laps might just be next to follow, but he will not. Well, I guess if you're Slammer Jack, you don't need to bring your lead to the other side of the map, but they're just going to come to you. Nightmare getting very low here. This is going to be close. Nightmare does just have enough to get the smite off, but he's going to die. Blitzbright probably will die here. Nope. Jinx has a rocket. Oh, nice try. He's definitely dead. Just a matter of time. As he's getting collapsed on. Oh my gosh, no. I guess he's out. Oh, Waps did not realize the other guys were not in vision of him, so he just walked in thinking it was just going to be Jinx, but turns out it's the entire squad. But he is actually going to get out as well, but then Bromstein TP's in. He picks up a kill, but he's also going to go down. He's going to go down as well. So this is a good little sequence here. Jinx got a massive shutdown on Trundle. Now they did lose Otacon, but they are going to pick up the bottom turret, and they get a lot of damage on the mid lane turret too. They've been just chilling. Now it's going to try to do something, but no real follow-up there. Hey Trevor, chat is really curious how you feel about your series this upcoming week. Thanks, longtime fan. You know, it's one way to categorize it, a series. I would just say it's a set of 2 games against a team that thinks they're good. But, yeah, I think it's going to be really easy. Fantastic skin line. Yeah, what skin line is that? I've never even seen that. Are there other players or other champions that have this skin or similar? That just shouts League of Legends right there. As Olaf getting into a fight. I'm not sure. Yeah, Olaf really just can't step up at all. Morning Sunfire, they win that. True. Where's the Sunfire? But Mort does have 3. Mord does have 3 items already, which is massive. And we're about to see those 3 items here, as he's trying to 1v1 Nightmare, which would be a massive kill if he could get it. But both abilities there miss, and he might be in trouble here, but Emilio does get here, but is it in time? It just barely is. No, he walks back in, but I don't even know if it would have mattered because the splash damage would have maybe reached him anyways. So he's going to go down, and that is just before Dragon, so that is good for PDX because Mordekaiser 100% PDX is Vegas player as they only lose their support. And Arise is getting bigger and bigger by the minute. Maybe I'm trying to look for something here. It's not going to work. As Arise and Olaf come in, we're gonna might be in trouble here. See? Nope. Just runs away. Respectable. And Mordekaiser is still dead and does not have TP, and it is Soul. So this is a problem. Jinx is really going to have to show out here in this fight, but the dragon is already getting low. Let's go ahead and look at it from their vision. And he's just going to die before he can even smite. Yeah, he's just dead. That is a terrible play for 2. Nice try by Vix, but yeah, that is unfortunate. Unfortunate timing of the play for Mordekaiser. Experience, getting some damage done. 2 lost chapter items on Ori. Both of these are lost chapter. I feel like Seraph does not seem like a lost chapter item for some reason. But I mean, I know you know way better than I do. I literally never built Seraphs in my life. There are any football fanatics. Cowboys just scored. 9 seconds left in the half. Somehow they're beating the Green Bay Packers. Oh, interesting. So he misses the pull, but then Malice pulls him. So we'll see how much Mordekaiser's impact can be on these team fights, because he's had to lead the whole game, but like I was talking about earlier, he needs to really be able to impact the map, which he has for sure, but I feel like Blitz Sprite and Nightmare have just been doing a little bit more, which is kind of expected because their position's right. But let's go ahead and look at the individual gold leads here. So top lane, we are looking at a whopping 3.3k gold lead just in Mordekaiser alone. And then 600 gold lead on Trundle, 1.2k gold lead on Rise, 1k gold lead on Mel, and then a 300 gold lead on Nautilus. So everyone except for Olaf has a lead for PDX. And despite that, Mordekaiser's gold lead is so large that we are actually identical in gold right now. Two towers to 3, 4, soul to no soul, which Mountain I feel like is so good for PDX. I mean, I just like Mountain on most teams, but I don't know. I feel like it's really good with Olaf, Trundle, these like tanky melee champions, even just Rise having it. Like Rise is already tanky, it feels like, so having Soul or Mountain Soul, ugh, feels bad, man. Oh, look at that tower dive here from 2. I like the proactiveness, and barely 1 HP. As we get a TP in here from Waps and a nice Nautilus ult that's actually going to knock up 2 because Orianna flashes to the back line. Orianna tries to ult, but only ults the Olaf that's in his ult, and Mordekaiser is going to ult, misses the flash, but he's going to go on the right guy, Blitz Sprite, as that is mainly their damage. He's going to pick up him, but does not have enough damage to pick up anyone else, as Ostinator is shooting, but it is not going to be enough, and that is going to be a clean ace and a triple kill for Bromstein. Very nice. And that should be Baron for free. Yeah, so PDX, you know, they did go 0-2 last week against CR. CR is a good team, so you can start there, but also it was a close series. You know, it wasn't like they were just completely destroyed. So I definitely don't think they're going to be a bad team or anything. I was trying to get out there with his life. But, you know, looking at this game, I feel like the biggest thing you can say is just, you know, playing around Dragon for 2. Third Dragon, so first Dragon they give up, no worries. Second Dragon, they do kind of contest. They get there a little too late, which is fine also because they pick up 2 kills. Third Dragon, they make that play top lane with Rift. That kind of destroys their tempo for Slimer, Jack, and Vivian, which then leads to a free Dragon, or practically free Dragon for PDX. And then on the last Dragon, their Soul, Slimer, Jack gets caught, or you know they decide that they maybe didn't necessarily get caught, but he decided to engage on a fight as Blix gets caught. I don't think they knew that they were that far up, because this red ward right here was not there. I mean these were just put down, so they kind of just snuck back there. But as they're doing that, their waves are getting pushed in. Definitely gonna lose that tower top. Definitely gonna lose this tower mid. So it looks like they're just gonna try to walk all the way back. I don't know. They are getting crazy macroed right now. I don't know if Blitzbright kill is worth 2 second tier towers, and they're going to go ahead and start fighting this. I like the fighting it part, as they do have numbers advantage, and Vivian picks up the first kill on Nautilus. They are going after Bromstein next, as he is the most of the rest of the damage. He will go down as well. Big shutdown to Jinx, and Jinx will get another shutdown. Huge fight for 2. And like I said at the beginning of the game, I do think 2 scales better. And Olaf taking a lot of damage, just YOLOing it. Ryze TPs into the top lane because he knows that they're probably going to be going Dragon here. So he's going to try to get this tower. Mordekaiser is going to back farm. Mordekaiser does not have ult though, so he might honestly lose a fight to Ryze right now. But Ryze, I guess, does not think that. But Ryze probably doesn't know he doesn't have ult, so. Or may think it may already be back up. If Olaf had Sunder Sky, they all die. You know what? You're right. What's Olaf doing? I don't know why he doesn't have Sunder Sky. I feel like Sunder Sky is just a disgusting item right now. I like Stridebreaker, but Hexplate? Nah. Who needs it? This is 5th and versus 7th in power ranking, so all of Trevor's credibility is on the line. Yeah, you're right. I think I'm actually still perfect. I'm just going to put that out there. For games that were eligibly played, that is. I'll check that after this game, because I haven't checked it recently. But I'm pretty sure I am. Which, I mean, clearly that's not going to stay perfect the entire season. Because, well, who knows? Maybe it could, but odds are low. I guess that was just general power rankings, not predictions, weekly predictions. Which is one is which? I just have gold. Yeah, PDX is 5th. 2 is 7th. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good series. That's why I wanted to cast it. I was like, yeah, this could be a good one. But I feel like there's a lot of, like, most series are probably going to be pretty good this year. Personally, I think there are some gaps in the league, skill-wise. But even, like, if 2 of the, in my opinion, the lower-rated teams play against each other, it'll still be, like, you know, a good game. So that means you're going to lose this week. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, I'm not gonna allow that. I'm sorry. Yeah, what's up with that? Who's the matchmaker? First game we play is against CR, number 3 in my opinion, and then second game we play against number 1 IQ. That seems a little rigged. I guess we have a easy back half of the schedule. Actually, I don't think I'm perfect because I think Dot has been struggling. But we'll look at after this game. As 2 still has had Elder, not anymore, just dropped off. But I'm kind of surprised. You know, if you were looking at how they were playing there, it didn't really seem like they had Elder. Like I feel like with Elder, like I'm just balls deep, like you know, going in. Like I mean, I'm shooting a Sejuani ult in, and I'm just going. Um, but they didn't really push the. You know, they pushed, but they didn't really like they weren't very aggro with it. But like I said, I do think they scale better, so they might be able to just win a fight straight up, even without the Elder. We'll see for certain. But and let's go ahead and look at their vision here. So this is 2s, and this is PDXs. PDX, this is a good word here for them. Let's give them a lot of information. They do find it though. And this is 2's vision. They're all in this bush. Uh-oh. What will happen here? Oh. Oh, they do spot him there. There you go. There's the ball. They will spot him. PDX getting ready, and a nice engage. I said nice engage, but it's actually I thought it was for some reason the Rise, but it was actually the Olaf. As this is just gonna be a full out straight on 5v5. Let's go into fighter mode here. And Jinx pumping out some massive damage in the back. This is what you get when you get late game Jinx. Jinx looking for a reset, potentially walking all the way up by herself. Nice dodge. And this is PDX vision. Let's just look at it from PDX vision here. What is going to happen? They're on the draft. They are on the Baron. They know that. They can't do anything. They do put down a vision ward. They see an AK. They're just going to freaking ult in. Holy moly. Baron is down, though, and that might be doom. We'll see. Ooh, nice pull to Jinx, though. That is massive. They do kill him. Huge damage. Rise is pumping. Mel is pumping as well, and that is a great fight for PDX. And what a fight. You love to see it. Even despite losing the Baron, the Rise TP is crazy into practically the pit. And let's go ahead and go back to full view. So got about 30 seconds. They could potentially end it. They are going to TP in on this. They do have Olaf. Let's see how aggressive they want to be here. I think in theory they could end. It is just L, just the support. And they are not going to be aggressive. They are going to go ahead and take the, Jinx is up in 7 seconds, so I get it. It would have been very challenging. Definitely the safer route to do what they're doing right here. As if they did die, Elder's up in 35 seconds, so pretty much GG. Toughest week 1 opponent. Who's the toughest week 1 opponent? I guess it's our week 1. We didn't even have a week 1. Made a bye. Week 2 though. So our week 1. Air Quistent team. Yes. Team bye. Yeah, it is a tough opponent. Honestly, we were really sad about that when we saw the schedule. We were like so ready to play. I'd sent out 2 win-to meets twice in a row because week 1 got delayed and then week 1 happened and then we had a bye. So we'd filled out 2 win-to meets for nothing. Here we go. Here comes the next fight. Orion is top there now. It does have TP, but I think I would just rather her just be with the team as she is walking down. No one is hitting anything yet as Wops is pushing here. Jinx is pushing mid. Top lane is eventually going to push in favor for PDX as the inhib is down up there, and they're just going to, oh man, this is, this is about to be intense. Okay, Mordekaiser does ult right away, gets Blitzsprite running for his life. Zanya is going to buy him some time. Oh, wow, Slammer Jack with a rare mistake there, does not time up the Q. I mean, Olaf's for sure dead here. Let's see how much time he can stall though, as Vivian should slowly go down here as well. It does do a lot of damage though. Good job on Olaf. And right now they're can they get to Bromstein is the question, because if they cannot, he is going to just pump out tons of damage. And Bromstein's still going. He's going to pick up the Jinx. They're going to pick up. That is going to be it. GG. Triple kill from Bromstein. 15 and 5 on Bromstein. Great job by PDX to just play around their damage dealers. You know, JWM, Nightmare just sitting back on the mill as Olaf just runs into the team crazy. Mordekaiser, or I'm sorry, Rise. I don't even know what happened to Rise. Oh, that's right. He got Mordekaiser ulted. Well played. Honestly, good game from both teams. Both teams, I feel like, can learn from this game, especially two, just like some macro stuff. But I feel like both teams played well. Just a few too many mistakes from two, because I truly do think they outskilled them. But you know, the Mountain Soul clearly helped a lot. So, but good first game. Good first game. Hopefully they didn't wait for me, because it'd be dope if the draft was just already going. Well, actually, does this draft have Fearless though? Let's take a look. Series links, draft 2. Guess I haven't started it. Sheesh, there's a lot of teams in the Discord right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 3 games going on tonight, so lots of beer league action. Ooh, picking up Canes for next game. I usually get Canes on Sundays too. Watch football. 2 mini mistakes. Well said. Well said. Touche. But yeah, Eric, I'll take something as well. Box combo, please. Hold the slaw, extra fries. It's the only right order. 25 viewers. Holy moly, we're going crazy right now. Sheesh. Kimski, we usually use draft.lol, but right now they're using drafter.lol. Drafter.lol. Because I guess draft, I don't know, I assume draft.lol is broken, if I had to guess, but this is drafter.lol. Actually, let me just, what? Oh, I guess we can. I mean, it doesn't really line up, so we'll just go like this. But yeah, this is it. Drafter.lol. But you can use whatever the heck you want. If you guys are, yeah, we're having trouble with normal draft. Yeah, that happens a lot. I feel like, yeah, it just doesn't do a great job. I don't know if this one keeps track of Fearless bans though. If it does, I'm not seeing it, which is not a big deal. You just keep track of it on your own. Well, maybe it does. No, because Olaf was playing last game. He's still up, which is nothing in the world, but yeah, you can use whatever the heck you want. But this is what this series decided to use. So back to the bans. They're going to keep the same bans for PDX, Morgana, Anivia, Swain. And then on the right side, they're going to ban Pike, Victor, and Bessa, which is, what was the change there? Galio gets let through. Okay, interesting. Oh. And they're going to pick up Sivir first pick for PDX. Yeah, it's an alright champ. I think some people really like her right now. I think it's alright. Caitlyn picked up kind of a weird champ, to be honest. Caitlyn's very difficult to play, in my opinion. Like, to play properly. Like, you have to have some mad mechanics. So, I'm not a huge fan of Caitlyn, unless, that is your champion, you know? Like, I feel like Caitlyn is the Riven of ADCs. Maybe that's, a crazy statement or something, but I feel like there's so much technical things you can, there's so much to it. Maybe I'm overdoing it with Caitlyn, but that's just how I feel. But I do like Jarvan. I like that pick. Diana. Okay. Showing him some respect. With the Diana lock in, it could be mid, could be jungle. I don't think I've ever seen Nightmare play Diana, but it's usually played in the jungle, so I would assume it's in the jungle. I don't necessarily track what Nightmare plays all the time. And we're going to get a Vex pick, which is a classic Vexperian pick. Yeah, it's interesting as the league goes on. You know, some of these older, not necessarily age-wise, but seasons-wise, I guess, career-wise, some of these older players don't, even though they are, you know, beer league vets in a sense. Maybe some people don't know them. So like a person like Vexperian, I think he's like taken off like 2 weeks or something, or 2 seasons or something, 3 seasons, something like that. So people might not know him, but he's definitely played a lot of beer league and has definitely been pretty good in the beer league too. So I did miss the Bard pick, but there is a Bard pick. And the next bands, they are going to take out the Galio eventually. So I guess that's just like a Blitzbright special or something. Which I feel like I have seen him play that. And then Malphite going to be taken out for the top lane, Mr. Wops. And then on the left side, they're going to take out Aurora and Soraka. And on the right side, they're going to pick up Sona, leaving Slimery back. Hey, that's sus, Slimery. Leaving the last pick for you. What do you think? You are special? Yeah, that's some captainship right there. That's what I'm gonna start doing that. Screw it. Jungle last pick. It's a power move. They're gonna pick up the Shin top lane. I like Shin. And what will they pick here against Vex? Unless that is a Diana mid. We shall see. It is not a Diana mid, it is a Annie mid. Annie, very interesting. So, yeah, you don't see it very often, but they have some good combo potential. You know, Diana, or really Bard could start it off, Bard ult into a Diana ult into an Annie ult. Or you could really do it any of those combos. Diana into Annie, Annie into Diana, however you want to do that. And then Mundo is going to be picked up, one of Slimerai's popular picks. Definitely good into Shin, I would assume, because Shin's biggest ability is the taunt. Well, we probably have a spectator delay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up some content that I was going to potentially post, decided not to. So we're just going to look at it live. Oh, guess I gotta get my face out of the camera. Oh, I just like randomly in the keys of victory thing. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know why that's like that. We'll just like that. So this you guys have all seen, but this is what I was gonna show. So this is week 1 results. I'll just full screen this bad boy, why not, huh? Also, if you never use Canva free, you can make literally whatever the heck you want on that. This is week 1, so I guess I didn't finish it. Unless these are my power rankings. Which also, I was going to show this too, and it's kind of interesting. So I didn't show this on the power rankings thing, but these red and green is their positional ranking based off their actual salary points. So, like for example, when in Rome, we're ranked the best team or whatever, even though we're tied for the best. But I put us down one because we ended up being second. Or CR, which is a big surprise here. According to their salary, they should be 6 spots lower, but they're at number 3. So it's kind of just interesting to look at. Like Jat, I have Jat pretty low, 3 down. I have Dot pretty low, 3 down, and this is just for their their ranks. Oh, here we go. So I guess I had it like that. So yeah, well, this is week 1 results. So number 1 versus number 10, number 1 1, number 3 versus number 5, number 3 1, which PDX is the team we're watching right now, and they got 2-0'd by a CR. And then you had DOT, so number 4 versus number 13, which in theory, number 13 actually won this, but they had a quote-unquote illegal roster. So I put this little gray mark because the game never actually happened. Right below it, in theory, 2-1, but this series was actually never played, scheduling issues, so I put a gray mark by it. And then number 8 versus number 11, number 8 took that. Number 9 versus number 12, FF took that. So week 1 was perfect. Now we can go on to week 2. I don't know if I'm perfect here or not. I haven't looked, but I think I'm not because I think Dot lost. But we'll check. And apologies if you haven't looked at this because I'm looking at it right now. So we had number 2 win in Rome versus number 3 CR, win in Rome, 1, easy. And then we had FF15 versus Nord. FF15 number 9 versus Nord number 13. FF15 wins that, so it's still perfect. But then this is where it all falls apart. Dot seems to be struggling, boys and girls. They lost the week 1 to number 13th ranked, and then they lost week 2 to the number 8th ranked. And Dot's supposed to be the 4th best team, so I might have missed on that one. But when you look at Dot, it's one of those things. It's hard because you go back to like, and, I talked about this in my. I guess they don't have that. I guess I could pull it up like this. I guess I can't. Well, I think I can. Season 12. Where are you? Season 12? Alright, guess it doesn't exist. Well, we tried. It's ruined. The entire stream is ruined. You hate to see it. But anyways, from my knowledge, I'm pretty sure. But I remember this team was, I want to say, the exact same as last year, except for Snark. And Snark is a rookie. So, but last year, was it this team? I don't know what other team it would have been. Actually, was it? No. Wait. Oh, no, I'm trolling. Dot is this side. Yeah, WTF is the team that had 4. Okay, so Dot is the one that's struggling. So we look at. Okay, wait, no, now I'm just confused. What is going on here? What are the teams? WTF. Okay, wait, WTF won this game even though Nectar is just 14-5? Am I saying this right? This looks like a winning team here. Chaos and Nectarish, 13-6 and 14-5. You're telling me this team lost the game? There's got to be a bug. No, ain't no shot. Game 2, 14-6 again, and they lose? Is this real stats right now? What's going on here? I'm very confused. It looks like, I mean, if you just look at this page right here, I mean, I get the towers part. Also, I like how this is done. Dragons. I have literally no idea what this is. Baron, I guess. Towers. I have no idea what that is either. Okay, maybe I don't like this. What I don't even know. Yo, what are we doing here? There's Nectarish in the chat. Well, no, it's right. Wow. Okay. I didn't watch this series, but now I'm interested to go watch it to see how exactly they lost game one, specifically 13-6 and 14-5 in their carries, and they lose that game. Where the other team is 3-6, 5-9, 2-9. Bro, there is no shot this is a win. This must have been like the craziest backdoor by GP or something. And this game makes a little bit more sense because at least like Snark is big. Wow, very interesting. I'm gonna go back and watch that. But yeah, so Dot is the only team I've been wrong on so far. So Dot, this is me calling you out. Step it up, boys. Which they do have a lot going on. Nectarish is a returning player, but hasn't played in a while. I don't think any of these people know each other previously. I could be wrong. Maybe a few of them do, but maybe they just need these dots to connect. But it seems like their KDAs are good. Or maybe they're just a KDA players. I don't know. What do I know? What do I know? But let's go ahead and get into the game. Either way, let's run it. Will this be a 2-0? Predictions in the chat. Actually, I didn't even talk about the draft, I guess, which we can do while we load in. Look at that, 2 masters. Welcome to Beer League. You saw, you go back. We're in season, 12 right now? No, we're in season 13. You at like 10 seasons ago, seeing a Masters would have been crazy. In Beer League. In game, we in it. PDX is on this side. PDX. And then I got 2. Let me change the score. Boom. Alright, we're locked. I'm just gonna speed this up. Catch us up to live. Don't think we're gonna miss anything here. And we do not. Alright. Alright, we live. So, talking about the comps. So, Experian gets his classic. Slammer gets his classic. Vivian, I don't think I've seen Vivian play a whole lot of Jarvan, but I think I have seen him play Jarvan. Awesomenator, L gets her classic. And on the left side, never seen Nightmare play Diana. Blitz Sprite, I feel like I've seen him play Annie. So just looking at comfortability kind of first, but team comp wise, I feel like what do I feel? I feel like they go either way, honestly. I'm not like in love with either of their comps. Like I'm not like, holy moly, someone just got draft gapped. They both have ways to play late. They both have potential ways to win. So I don't hate either of their teams. If I was a betting man, I would say I would probably say 2's probably going to win this game. I like their range a lot. I don't know how easy it's going to be for the side of PDX to actually get off their combo. He's like, Vex is going to be playing from long range, Kalen's going to be playing from long range, and they have to do like a Mundo in their face. So I'm going to go with 2 here. Let me know your predictions as well. Just saw an ad for Pizza Hut. How about Pizza Hut, huh? Breadsticks? Go crazy. Vivian going in for an engage, gets an auto attack off. That's going to be pretty much it, as both junglers did full clear. Now they're going to have the classic race to the second scuttle. Let's see what happens here. Nope, not going to be much of a race as Diana just kind of gives up. Let's see what she's going to do. No, she's going to go across as well. Some nice damage from Blitz Sprite. The Experience going to take some damage here as well. Whoa, the Experience actually going to die here. Wow, that is a big mistake from Vixperian. He still should be able to get this as he has some time here. Yep. Yeah, Vixperian saw that the entire time, and I don't know if he underestimated something, but definitely is not what he intended to do there. I feel like Annie with Diana is kind of meh. Everyone can just build mercs for free now. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Diana Annie alone makes it like mercs are totally OP. I mean, yeah, Diana or Annie has a stun, but at least the tenacity doesn't really do much. I mean, like on Annie, yeah, it does help, but it's not like there's multiple levels of CC going on. But for sure, the MR helps. But other than that, they don't really have any MR, so I do like that aspect of it, that they're spreading out their damage a little bit. But I would definitely say Merc's game for sure. Shin, taunt, as well as the Bard being able to stun too. You know, they should really make Diana's W shield when it explodes slow people. Would not make sense. As it's a, you know, it's a quiet game so far. Slammer Eye doing some damage. As objectives are starting to spawn here, looks like Diana is going to go ahead and start to hit the dragon. And then we'll get the dragon for free. Just like last game. PDX controlling the map. Or at least the bot side of the map. Which will be interesting because, you know, lead-wise, as they're going in. Oh, nice. Okay. Nightmare just goes straight for the flash. He trusted the damage there. But yeah, last game it was one of those things where their real only lead was topside. So this game it's gonna be interesting because I don't think Slammer is gonna be getting as big of a lead topside. So someone else is gonna have to get a lead, and Vixperian's already struggling here mid lane as he's been ganked here. So someone else is going to have to stand up as Mundo's back does get canceled. That's pretty annoying. L flashes and heals. Gets some distance, but still does get hit by the Diana R. But we'll be fine at the end of the day. And Jarvan, they're going to try to control this top side of the map again. I like this Sun roaming from base. This is nice just in case. But Jim also here. High level play here. Diana greeting for rules. I do this all the time, knowing that they're probably there. But not going to go for anything here. They do end up picking up all three. See if anything else happens from this. Does not look like it. CS wise, Shin up about a wave and a half. Vex up about a wave and a half. Caitlyn up about a wave and a half. So some nice CS leads for the side of 2's carries. But CS lead, I'm sorry, gold lead wise, top lane pretty much even. 200 gold lead for Shen, yeah, a little bit something there. 400 gold lead for Diana, 100 gold lead for Annie, 200 gold lead for Caitlyn, just based off of that farm, and then 200 gold lead for Sona. So, you know, really nothing crazy has happened yet. 300 gold lead for the side of PDX. Yeah, they got the 2 kills, they got the dragon, but nothing 2 should be afraid of as of now. But I feel like they should be able to fight this next dragon. I feel like they... Well... I could say I feel like they have a better mid game, but now I don't know. I feel like Diana's really strong in like a brawl in the river. However, Vex and Jarvan are pretty good too. As Dragon's going to be up here in a minute. Jarvan finishing up his clear top side before the Dragon goes down. But Experience getting caught out again by Nightmare. What is going on? Experian is the only one to die on his team. That's 3 deaths, and that is the first fearless feats of strength. Now Diana is backing here. Let's see if Jarvan backs. How much gold does he have? He's got a back, right? Yeah, 1,700. Got 1,700 in the bank. Mundo has 1,400 in the bank. Sona has 1,000. So there's definitely a lot of resets needed here for the side of 2. So I would assume they're getting up this next dragon. Unless they're going wild on their resets here. Ooh, Mundo taking some damage there. JWM jumps over the wall, but Vivian follows. That's a nice little pick there, and Dragon is up. So let's see if this can turn into the first Dragon of the series for side of 2. Well, I guess that's not true. They got Elder Dragon last game. Diana gets a 2-man ult in the back line. Does mainly damage to L though, as they will chase down L for sure, get that kill. And oh, goes up the wall, nicely done. Gets Experian as well. They pick up the Jarvan on the other side of the fight, and that is going to be a triple kill for Nightmare and a dead Caitlyn. And it is a Nightmare at literally at the second dragon of the game. And PDX goes up 7-1 in kills, and we'll get the second dragon. Our Slammer will in return get this tower, but it's one of those things, like I was saying earlier, it feels like even if like one, Slammer's not going to get as big of a lead, he's just not playing as carry of a champion as he did game 1, but 2, even if he does get a lead, I mean, Mundo doesn't do a, like, yes, he does the damage, does a lot, but he can't, Mundo's not a champion that can just solo carry a game, so it's going to be very interesting, this 2 roster. That's why I ranked them lower. I think, you know, they have a good team for sure. But I didn't think they were like a top half team because it's going to be a lot weighing on Vivian and Experian to make some plays for sure. Whether that's bot side, top side, I don't know. But just in general, they're going to need to make some plays. Slammer is doing some damage here, and Experian does pick up 1. Very nice. And I feel like Experian, you know, I'm surprised he wasn't roaming more. You know, I feel like he got caught that one time when he tried to roam, but in general, I feel like Vex is just so good at roaming, as he's going to get caught out again here, and he's for sure dead here. Whoa, Let's right. How did that not hit? That looked like it should have. But it doesn't matter. He's gonna die anyways. As on the other side of the fight, he just got tippers up. I don't think this is a good fight for the side of two. A nice Bard ult as Vivian is definitely gonna go down. Diana's gonna jump for the wall. Uses the ult just for safe measure, and that is a dead Jarvan as well. Huge night for Beer League. Who else is beering their league games tonight? That's a good question. It's a very good question. It is a big night. Three series, all Stout League, Beer League series. Landon sucks. Please kick him off right now. We got a Landon Blake hater 102 and 101. Whoever Landon is, he is hated. You know that. You just know Trevor's loving this Diana theme. But yeah, Nightmare's playing it pretty well here. You know, just a casual 9 of 9 KP. It's whatever. It's whatever. Trevor, don't downplay the Mundo. Jack has 1v9 the Mundo many times. Yeah, I don't know though. I think Mundo is very strong. Don't get me wrong. I mean, my top laner used to man it as well, and he's, no offense, nowhere near as good as Slamurai. And I say that because my brother is the person I'm talking about. But it just takes a very particular situation, and I feel like the higher elo you get, the harder that becomes. And the Beer League's definitely at a higher level currently. So I don't know. I would just be more surprised just to see someone like that, like a champion like that solo carry. Is that L Sona? It is L Sona. There's some classics here. We got Slammer Jack Mundo, the Experian Vex, L Sona. I feel like Awesomenator maybe plays a lot of Caitlyn too. As here's a big fight. Nightmare takes down one. A lot of health bars going down quick as Vexperian takes down, or Vexperian. Diana takes down a second. And the fight continues. Oh, a nice double taunt. Gets back to Vexperian, or get back to Vivian. There's too many V's, bro. And Nightmare is going to take down 2 more, and this is getting out of hand. As PDX picks up the Rift, and will go on their way. 14-2, and about a 4.5k gold lead opened up out of that. Yeah, Vic's just not having a good game this game, which happens. You know, they're not gonna have good games every game. It's just the nature of the game. How do you not root for this PDX crowd though? Full team of legends over there. Oh yeah, this is a great team. I mean, they have some crazy value, I feel like, especially in their bot lane. I feel like Bromstein and Jada are pretty good bot lane for what they're ranked. And then, you know, Blitz, I feel like he can facilitate Nightmare well, play around him. As L is dead again, trying to get vision. So here we go. Awesomenator, just walking around, see what I can do. So did your bot laner, same guy, but still. Hey, bot lane Mundo, that stuff's crazy. Who needs an ADC, literally? And we saw it last game. Lock in Mel. Look how freaking good that is. Just does 1 billion damage. I wish I would have checked them damage charts in the last game, as we have a fight going on here. PDX. WAP's getting a little low, but not low enough, as Vivian will go down. And they're trying to make plays, and I like that, but they just don't have the damage. And Nightmare is just knocking people up in the mid lane. He's using the Rift Herald for a different reason, to say the least. He knocks up 2 members of 2. And the gold lead is up to 8k now. And I think this game has slipped away from 2, unfortunately. Waps is criminally underrated, dude. That guy is insane. Obviously, I have not seen enough of Waps to call him insane. I don't doubt you, but also I know that's not his main role. I don't think top lane. Could be wrong about that, but Lucios are underrated and should be playing stout. I mean, hey, watch the power rankings and I'll tell you all about that. I'll tell you all about that. Shout out to Bob. As Slammer Eye is in trouble here. Lots of members of PDX. Can they get anything in return on the other side of the map? They're looking for mid turret already. They will start to hit it, but they don't really have a wave here for it. And Blitz Sprite is already here, but Experience gets chunked to half health. Twelve, 0, and 5, 17 KP, Diana out of 19 kills. PDX going through the gates, says what's up, wants the blue buff, and they will not get it. Smite goes over to Vivian. And let's go ahead and go into their vision here. Let's see what 2 is working with here. Not much. I mean, they clearly know that they're on it, but they can't do anything about it, so they will back out. Soul here in 2 minutes. Yeah, so they didn't get a single regular dragon this entire series. Which, you know, that happens. Ain't no way I'm playing against Lisa and Eric all season. I already have depression. Did you pick that against us too? I can't remember. I think you did. Samurai wins with that Sunfire. Yeah, I don't know where the Sunfire is. That is a valid point. As Shin TP or ult comes in, and see what happens here. They're looking to make plays. I like how 2 is still being proactive despite being down 17 kills, but just not much they can do. Experion is in a tough situation, going to have to flash away, and that is a beautiful Bartle. Doesn't hit anyone, but should maybe redirect enough to where Experion is dead. That's exactly what it will do. And gets Soda Flash, so 2 and 1. Just had an easy jungler to play Lee Sin against. Oh my. Let's talk about that Jax level 2. Man's invading. Invading level 2 on Jax. That's some crazy work right there. You would not want to hear our comms, or specifically mine, when you were doing that. Wops taking some good damage here. Let's see if 2 wants to try to do something here. I like how they're moving around together. I like that, but they're just not an angle anywhere. Which usually is the case when you're down 8K. It's hard to find angles. But I do like how they have engaged. They have potential. They get Sona ult. They have Jarvan. They have this Vex that can ult in. If they do get a right angle, who knows? As Vivian just going to start hitting the dragon. YOLO. This is Soul, so, if you're side of 2, maybe you're just like, screw it. Well, there's 2 thoughts. Screw it. We can't let them have Soul because we'll lose the game, so let's just go ahead and fight here. Or, screw it. Let's give Dragon, and then we will fight for Elder and try to flip the game. Or Baron, but I'd probably rather fight for Elder. But they could also think that, if they get Baron, they might just push down and end the game. So we'll see how this next couple minutes goes. But a very clean performance so far for PDX this game. Looking a little bit challenging here. Nicely done. Vivian goes down. Jack is a little tanky here. I would assume he's probably not going to go down. Wow, they're going to use Diana ult to try to do that. That's a little bit of an overchase there, I think. But it doesn't matter because look at this damage. Holy moly. And this might be game. They do have a mini wave coming down. Nightmare, it's going to be fine. Let's see how much they want to push here. I mean, Diana pushes like a monster, so easily get inhib here. See if they get anything other than that, though. Probably not. Baron's up. I'll just back after this. You're going to go for double inhib here. I'm not sure if they're... I mean, if you're two, this might be the time. Pull the trigger. They will not. 10k gold lead now for side of PDX. Got the wolf, it's worth. Yeah, you're right. Smart play, smart play. I'm taking notes from you, bro. JDM taking notes from Shed. Everyone's taking notes from everyone, you know? That's just the type of league. But hey, you guys didn't come into General. What's up with that? Where's the Beer League spirit? By the way, if you're new to Beer League, a lot of teams go into the general channel afterwards just to talk, hang out for like a few minutes, talk about the game, maybe. Talk about things like invading level 2 on Jax. You know, those types of things. Vivian gets stunned up. Great play by JWM. Vivian's going to flash out, but he is 1000% dead. There ain't no getting away from that. Oh my gosh. A Nightmare misses the ult, but it does not matter. And this is probably game. They probably just go mid and end the game. If they wanted to. It looks like there was a ping on a Baron. See what happens here. This is a painful game, but honestly, still some nice plays from two. Yeah, I think they're trying to be proactive, but there really isn't much they can do. There are moments of potential. Yeah, I think they just need to figure out some better comps, to be honest. And, you know, Vixperian clearly is going to need to have a better series than this, which, like I said, everyone has bad games, but, you know, 1-11. I think Vixperian and Vivian are going to be keys to this team performing. Yeah, Slammer Jack's going to be good. He's going to be consistently, you know, doing well in lane. But, I mean, we saw in the first game, he had a huge lead. It didn't really matter, which is just kind of how top lane is sometimes. You've never gone to general chat? Are you trolling? One of the best parts of the league. Eric doesn't have any sportsmanship? Yeah, I can tell. Chad told me not to. Well, that's going to be it. That was a quick series. Literally, that was how long have we been streaming? An hour and 25 minutes. That might be one of the quickest Beer League series I have ever casted. That's crazy. But, I mean, yeah. Not much to it. That was just a quick event. Eric's too busy sleeping on mic for me. Yeah, true. Vic's best mid laner is back in the Beer League. Period. Sorry, kind of toxic. Dang, shots fired. You heard it here first, everyone. I'm gonna clip this and go ahead and put this in general chat too. Vixperian getting called out by Rihi, as Rihi is saying Vixperian is not loved. That's how I read that. There are two other series going on right now. I don't know where they are. It looks like one is 9 minutes in, I'm not sure who's the other one. What, what's the other game going on here? There's two people spectating one of them. It looks like it's this one. What are these series? What's going on here? Let's go ahead and take a look. Um, let's see general chat here. Post game. Oh my gosh, everyone just left. Oh my. Unless it was a very quick general chat. No one went to general this time. Rip. Or post game. Actually, there's a post game channel now. Look at that. Let's see here. Sunday. So this one just started. This one started about an hour ago. No Ing versus Jat. This one started about an hour and a half ago. Rock versus PP. So if they were closer to the start, I would have probably picked up another one, like back to back. But since this one's for sure into game 2 by now, and this one's in game 1. Oh wait, no. Oh, it's this one. It is not just you, Eric. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't go into general chat. Unexcusable. Knowing versus Jat is on game 1, 23 minutes in. Should we cast this? Who's on these teams? What's this again? Jat versus Knowing. Knowing's the new team. Pathfinder. Or not the new team. The team that hasn't played yet. Looks like it could be a fun series, but honestly, it's been good. And I'll leave that amazing honor to someone else. But I'm sure they're both going to be good series. Wow, look at this beer league friend list. 100 and almost 20 people from beer league over the past 13 seasons. A lot of beer leaguers. Let's go down the list really quick. See who's retired. Defiant Merc retired. L is Sleepy. Is that just L or is that someone else? I'm not sure. No, I think that's got to be someone else. I don't know who that is. Playing. Has never played, but should. Playing. No, not playing. Both these guys retired. But I've been talking to D'Artavion. Potential retirement coming out. We'll see. See what happens there. Connor's retired. Wait, no, is Connor's playing this? Oh yeah. Connor's is not. Playing. RIP, full blast cannon. What a legend this guy was. Retired. Playing. Retired for this season. Playing. Retired. I'm not sure who that is, but retired. Or not playing this season. Not sure who that is. Playing this season. So most of these people are playing. So yeah, a lot of people in the beer league. But anyways, that's it. Have a good rest of the night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And well played by PDX, continuing my almost perfect streak. SMH Nectaration Dot for ruining that. But other than that, it's been perfect. So have a good night, and see you guys soon.